the Iraqi Dinar RV, unpacking the future of Iraq's economy and currency. Welcome back to our platform, your reliable destination for up-to-the-minute insights on the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, Vietnamese Dong, VND, and the evolving financial landscape in the Middle East. Today's feature dives into major shifts on the horizon for Iraq, from quiet but significant progress on historical bonds to the ambitious steps toward a national digital currency. These developments are not isolated. They're deeply intertwined with Iraq's broader goals for reform, economic stability, and regional influence. Let's break it all down. Historic bonds. Nearing completion. In financial circles, there's a lot of noise, and then there are quiet breakthroughs. Right now, away from the headlines, substantial work is being done on Iraq's historic bond settlement process. Trusted sources indicate that the foundational work for bond redemption and clearance is nearly done. High-level collaboration between international and domestic parties is wrapping up, and if everything proceeds as expected, the bond component could be finalized by the end of this week. Why does this matter? Because this milestone acts as a trigger for a chain reaction. Once bonds are finalized and cleared, we could see related elements like group redemptions, long-awaited CMKX settlements, farm claim distributions, and the release of prosperity packages begin to move forward. These aren't just financial operations. They're symbolic steps toward a restructured global monetary framework. Once these steps unfold, the public phase of the RV, revaluation, could come into play. What we're seeing isn't routine government process, it's a calculated financial overhaul. If these signals prove accurate, the long-anticipated shift many have been preparing for could finally materialize. The alignment of multiple financial elements suggests that the pieces are falling into place now, not months or years down the road. IQD. Holding firm in a volatile world. Turning our attention to the Iraqi dinar itself, those who monitor exchange rates have noticed a remarkable consistency. The dinar has been hovering between 1,310 and 1,350 per US dollar, a surprisingly narrow range, particularly given global instability, inflation, and political uncertainty. Such stability isn't accidental. It points to deliberate intervention by Iraq's central bank, which appears to be maintaining tight control over currency movement. Many interpret this as a preparatory measure for an upcoming adjustment, a revaluation or repegging of the dinar. Central banks often seek stability before a major change to avoid speculation and economic disruption. This consistent rate may be part of a broader strategy to foster investor confidence, contain black market pressures, and send a message that Iraq is ready to take the next step on the global financial stage. The digital dinar, Iraq's vision for financial modernization. Perhaps the most forward-looking initiative coming out of Iraq right now is the central bank's plan to launch a government-backed digital currency. This digital dinar would differ significantly from cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Instead of being decentralized and subject to market volatility, it would be centrally regulated, stable, and underpinned by national policy. The goal is ambitious but clear. Eliminate unofficial exchange rates, bring transparency to the economy, and ensure that every citizen and business operates with the same financial rules. With a digital dinar, users could pay in stores, access services, and transfer funds all through a unified digital platform. Knowing the currency's value remains consistent. By creating one unified exchange rate, Iraq would allow public and private sectors to plan confidently. Businesses could scale with certainty. Foreign investors could engage without hesitation. And households could finally trust that their money wouldn't erode overnight due to inflation or currency shocks. Beyond convenience, this also enables better regulatory oversight. Financial transactions would be traceable, helping crack down on corruption, fraud, and tax evasion. Iraq could recover significant lost revenue and redirect those funds to much-needed infrastructure, public health, and education programs. Why exchange rate reform is vital. A unified and realistic exchange rate is more than a financial housekeeping measure. It's the backbone of an effective national budget. Iraq's delay in passing a federal budget is directly tied to the stagnation in currency valuation. The current rate of 1,310 dinars per dollar doesn't accurately reflect Iraq's true economic potential, especially given its vast oil reserves, improving trade partnerships, and increasing regional cooperation. An inaccurate exchange rate distorts government planning. Budget allocations for healthcare, education, salaries, and infrastructure all become guesswork. Delays in budget approval trickle down to delayed salaries, stalled public projects, and growing public dissatisfaction. Experts like economist Mr. Sami have repeatedly warned that the current rate is unsustainable. Without a shift, Iraq risks continued inefficiency and lost investor interest. On the other hand, adjusting the rate to better reflect market realities could stabilize the financial system and unleash a wave of investment and growth, just as it has in other countries that underwent successful currency reforms. Digital currency, a tool for reform and accountability. The benefits of a digital currency go beyond convenience and efficiency. It's a tool for fighting systemic corruption and rebuilding public trust. In a digital system where every transaction is logged and monitored, misuse of funds becomes much harder. Government programs, contracts, and subsidies could be tracked in real time, ensuring money goes where it's intended. For a country like Iraq, where public confidence in governance has been severely tested, this kind of accountability could be a game changer. Digital tools allow the government not only to streamline financial management, but also to prove to its citizens and international partners that it's serious about reform. Countries like China have already integrated digital currencies into daily life, from public transport to social subsidies. Iraq has the opportunity to leapfrog outdated infrastructure by learning from these models and customizing a system that fits its unique context. Challenges ahead: political will and public buy-in. Reforms of this scale don't come easy. Political resistance is a major hurdle. Some leaders may fear the short-term fallout of revaluing the dinar or rolling out a digital currency, worrying that the transition could bring confusion or backlash. No one wants to take blame for temporary disruptions, even if the long-term outcome is overwhelmingly positive. But kicking the can down the road is no longer viable. Iraq's economic landscape demands urgent action. Delay fuels uncertainty, and uncertainty kills momentum. What's needed now is bold leadership and honest communication, and that's where public awareness comes in. No economic reform can succeed without the support of the people. Citizens must understand not just what is happening, but why it matters. Public education campaigns, community outreach, and accessible digital tools will be key to helping Iraqis transition confidently into this new era. Final thoughts. Your role in the conversation. This moment is pivotal. Iraq stands at the edge of an economic transformation that could reset its financial future and restore confidence at every level of society. But it's not just about government policy. It's about everyday people understanding, engaging with, and contributing to these changes. Have you experienced delayed payments, confusing currency exchanges, or instability in your financial planning? Do you believe Iraq is prepared for a digital currency or a new exchange rate? How would such changes affect your life? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. Our community grows stronger with every voice, and your experiences add depth to the conversation. Let's keep exploring the path ahead, together.